Hi, and welcome to my channel. For those of you new, my name is Dave, and I work in financial services. And these videos are a mixture of my journey and development towards financial freedom and financial independence. They will cover my stocks and shares ISA, my pensions account, investment products, and also videos about improving your financial well-being. So hopefully you can reach your financial goals and aims also. And remember, if you like the videos, so smash the like button, subscribe to this channel so we can grow and reach a wider audience. Now let's get into this latest video. So this week's video is about my self-invested personal pension plan. So the aims hopefully will give me a comfortable retirement in the coming years. We do have a workplace pension, we do have a final salary pension, but we do invest in a self-invested personal pension so I can control one, the level of contributions I can make, and two, I can also control my own investment choices and funds. Now, for those of you new, the aim of my portfolio is to give me a year-on-year return of 10%. So for this year, we're also looking for annual dividends of £3,000 and a year-end value of £90,000. Now, if you look at the following chart, a quick overview of how it's performed for the year to date, much better than our expectations, mainly because of a very good bull market within the markets. So at the end of September, we had a value of £94,960, a year-to-date return, very nicely, of 30.47%. And if we look at the latest month-end valuation end of October, £99,028, a year-to-date profit of 32.86%, a monthly increase within the portfolio of £4,068. Now during the month we made normal contributions of £100 a month. It's been topped up with tax relief from the UK government of £25, and we've incurred fees of £14.15. Now during the month we received some very good dividends. I'll follow the chart in a few minutes, of £441.92. Year-to-date dividends £3,116.88, and across our 17 shares it's given us a yield of 2.55%. So we've looked at the dividends received during the month. We did have a dividend payable to Hsbc at the end of September. We reinvested it and it bought us 12 new shares at the start of October. We did receive a dividend from Greggs, the baker, £39.90. We did reinvest it and we got one new share, currently traded around about £31 a share. We received a very nice dividend from Aviva, the insurance company, £293.48. Reinvested 71 new shares. Currently our largest holder. We received £86.70 from Drax, the power producer, reinvested for 17 new shares. And we also received, somewhat surprised, a dividend being restored from AG Barclays drinks retailer, £21.84. Because there's the amount in question, it was not worth reinvesting, so we will put that into a fund with other money we have moving forwards. So, as we said, very good month. We've met our objectives of our annual dividends for the year to date. And if we look at the following chart, a quick look at the overview of where our holdings are held, so on a geographical and sector basis. Predominantly based in the UK, 85.2% of our portfolio is in the UK and Europe, 12.6% is in America, and 2.2% is in Asia. If we look at the following graphic, just a quick overview of where our holdings are held within the portfolio. So if we look at the shares, at the moment we own 17 shares, 10 in profit, 7 in loss. Our shares make up 80% of our portfolio, of which 65% is in the FTSE 100 and 15% is in the FTSE 250. Our shares are worth 79,057 pence. Now I'm not going to go through all 17 shareholdings, but just an overview of our largest holdings. Our largest holdings, Aviva, we own 4,064 shares. We did receive 71 new shares, as we've said earlier on. Portfolio is worth £16,000, makes up 16% of our portfolio. Our next holding is Lloyds, the bank, 31,780 shares, nearly £16,000, again 16% of our portfolio, but it did have very good results in the quarter. Hopefully banking sentiment will improve, margins will improve, interest rates may go up, will give the banks greater profitability. Our next holding is Greggs, the baker, 267 shares, £8,166, 8% of our portfolio, but a very nice profit of 100% in that share since we bought it initially. Our next holding is Drax, the retailer, 1,173 shares, £6,200, 6% of our portfolio, and during the month, as we've said, it gives us a nice dividend of £86. Ultimately, a very good long-term company, gone from coal to biomass, but all renewable energy moving in that sector. Hopefully a very good long-term buy. Our next holding is Barclays Bank. We own 2,827 shares, £5,700, nearly 6% of our portfolio, and just like Lloyds, very good results in the quarter. Impairments are being reduced, profits are being increased, and hopefully dividends will be increased when results come from the banking sectors next February. Our next shareholding is JD Sports. We own 500 shares, £5,400, 5% of our portfolio, and again, just like Greggs, a very good performer, up 100% since we bought it, has been on a very good buying spree later or earlier on this year. Our next holding is a share we're actually increasing on a monthly basis, Hsbc. It was bought for global diversification away from the banking sector. We own 1,032 shares, £4,500, 4.6% of our portfolio, and we did purchase another 46 new shares for £198 as part of a regular investment. And then other shares we do own, we own BP, we own Royal Dutch Shell, we own Pennon, we own John Menzies, the airport services provider, we own Pennon, the water company, down to our smallest holding, which is Card Factory, 1,329 shares, £630, makes up 0.64% of our portfolio. Has a very bad time lately, had to be restructured, as we've said in many videos, but dividends have been cut. Dividends will be restored hopefully from 2024 onwards, and who knows, hopefully the special dividends will be increased, but it has got a plan in place, debt has been reduced, and hopefully when the high street comes back to some kind of normality, it was, and hopefully it will be moving forward, a very cash rich company. So just to recap, 79,000 in shares across 17 holdings, some in loss, some in profit, but ultimately all the shares are bought for long-term hold and to give us some shares of growth and also some shares for dividends, which will all be reinvested into existing holdings. Now we love the following chart, just a quick overview of where the funds we hold within the portfolio. So at the moment we currently own 6 funds, all in profit, none in loss. £19,818 makes up 20% of our portfolio, and it's only recently we've bought into funds mainly for diversification, and hopefully some very good long-term players will meet our objectives of 10% year annual growth. Our largest fund is a legal and general technology fund, £4,900, makes up 4.95% of our portfolio, but a very nice profit of 63% since we bought it. The FANGs, the tech stocks, have had a very good run recently. Hopefully that will happy in the years to come. May what die off, but we certainly cannot complain with a 63% profit since we bought those original shareholdings. Our next fund is slightly selective, Ballygifford Positive Change. Very small number of shares, around about 30 companies, but all good long-term quality companies. £3,930, 4% of our portfolio, but again a very nice return of 44% since we bought it. Our next largest holding is US smaller companies, £3,678, 3.7% of our portfolio, very nice profit of 36%. It was bought away from the FANGs, away from the tech stocks to give us greater growth, hopefully within the US market. Our next holding, a similar value, is a Global Growth Fund, £3,600, 3.6% of our portfolio. Again, very nice profit of 20%. It was bought for diversification to give us a wider sector away from the UK and Europe. Our next shareholding is somewhat slightly restrictive. It's a UK equity fund, £2,660, 2.7% of our portfolio, a small profit of 6%, but it was bought because it's a very good track record. The managers have been in place for numerous years, very good returns year on year, but it does have a reduced portfolio in size, but very good quality companies. And then our smallest holding is a UK smaller companies, £1,062, 1% of our portfolio, showing a small profit of 6% since we bought it. Ultimately, I think smaller companies will outperform larger companies. They normally do on a regular basis, so it was done, one, for diversification, and two, hopefully because of COVID, when restrictions lift, UK growth companies will give us the greater return. So we look at across the 6 funds, all in profit, none in loss, makes up 20% of our portfolio. Now moving forwards, one item of note, Morrison's has recently agreed its takeover, so we will have £3,300 to reinvest within the portfolio, and we will reinvest it across some shares, 1 to give us growth, but 2 to give us some more dividends, and we will also increase some of our existing holdings within the funds to give us greater diversification away from the UK, Europe. But ultimately, just like our shares, all the funds we hold are long-term players. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. So unless the fundamentals change or the management change, or there is severe, shall we say, corrections within that sector, we aim to keep them funds between the next 3 to 5 years. So just a quick recap. The portfolio is performing much better than we expected, well above our goals of £90,000 for the year. I said profit of over 30% year to date. But it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. We will have good years, we will have bad years. So hopefully to give you an overview of the funds we hold, the shares we hold, and the reasons we hold them, but ultimately my investment journey towards an early retirement. Remember, if you like the videos, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel so we can grow and reach a wider audience, and we'll see you again soon.